There's a quiet fear many women carry, one so uncomfortable that it rarely gets said out loud. It's not the fear of being alone forever, nor the fear of getting older, nor competition, nor society. It's something deeper, something personal, and for many, admitting it feels like standing in front of a mirror they've avoided for years. That fear is the possibility that some of the struggles in their love life aren't caused by men or circumstances or timing, but by their own choices. This idea shakes people because it demands honesty, responsibility, and self-reflection. But facing it can also be the doorway to the happiness they've been chasing. There's a fear many women carry deep inside, a fear so uncomfortable that most never speak it out loud. It isn't the fear of getting older, or being single forever, or not being attractive enough. It's something more personal, something that feels almost too heavy to face. It's the fear that some of the struggles they experience in dating might not be because of men, or society, or bad timing, but because of their own choices, attitudes, or unaddressed habits. Admitting this feels like stepping into a spotlight with nowhere to hide, which is why many avoid it for years. But sometimes the very truth we avoid is the truth that could change everything. In today's world, it's incredibly easy to present confidence and independence online. Social media is full of captions like, "I'm living my best life," or "I don't need anyone." And while some women genuinely enjoy their freedom, others use these lines as shields to protect themselves from deeper insecurities. I've spoken to women who seem bold and powerful in public, but privately cry themselves to sleep, wondering why they haven't found the connection they want. Women who appear carefree but check their phones constantly, hoping someone thought about them. Women who pretend solitude is a choice when deep down it feels like something that happened to them, not something they wanted. One woman I worked with was a successful lawyer, admired and respected. Online, you'd think she was living a dream: travel photos, empowering quotes, perfect outfits. But in private, she confessed that the last real moment of affection she experienced was over 2 years ago. She attended weddings alone and often left early because watching couples dance made her feel invisible. Her online life looked glamorous, but her emotional life felt painfully empty. Unwanted solitude takes a toll. It's not about being alone, because many people enjoy peace and independence. It's about being alone when your heart wants connection. It's the silence that hits you when you walk into your home. It's waking up to an empty side of the bed. It's realizing no one is texting to make sure you're safe. No one is excited to see you after a long day. And no one is dreaming up a future with you. These are the moments that create a quiet kind of loneliness, the type that eats away at a person slowly. What makes this harder is that society often glamorizes this isolation. Everywhere you look, you'll find messages claiming that needing love is weakness, that asking for partnership is settling, and that admitting loneliness makes you less empowered. Many women hide their desire for connection because they fear being judged for wanting something natural and human. This silence creates an emotional divide. The world sees confidence, while the heart feels emptiness. Another obstacle women face is the cultural resistance to accountability. We live in a time where self-reflection is often mistaken for self-blame. But being willing to look inward isn't an attack, it's a strength. Still, many women are raised with the belief that they're perfect as they are, that they should never change, and that the right man will simply appear and accept everything without question. While confidence is valuable, it becomes harmful when it blocks growth. The question, "Why am I still single?" feels threatening because the answer might involve change, and change requires courage. So instead, many adopt comforting explanations. "All the good men are taken," or "Men can't handle independent women," or "Men are intimidated by my success." Sometimes these statements may be true, but they can also become soft barriers that prevent honest self-evaluation. I once worked with a woman who repeated for years that men were scared of how successful she was. She believed it wholeheartedly, but her assistant, also independent, also strong-willed, also ambitious, found a loving partner and got engaged. This forced her to ask herself a difficult question. If success didn't stop her assistant from finding love, was her success really the problem? Or was something else getting in the way? There's also a growing gap between what some women expect and what relationships actually require. Many desire a man who is strong but never too dominant, confident but never disagreeable, successful but always emotionally available, traditional in some ways but modern in others. Basically, they want a partner who fits every preference perfectly. But people aren't customizable characters. Real relationships require compromise, patience, stability, and flexibility. Meanwhile, when men give honest feedback about why a date didn't work, whether it was rudeness, emotional volatility, or lack of effort. The feedback often gets dismissed as insecurity on the man's part. This prevents personal growth and keeps the same patterns repeating. The deeper truth is that long-term singleness often has internal causes rather than external ones. These can include emotional wounds that haven't been addressed, bitterness from past experiences, lifestyle habits that don't align with partnership, unrealistic expectations, or a mindset that's been shaped by years of defensive beliefs. None of these make a woman unworthy of love, but they can make relationships harder when left unexamined. Small things matter more than people realize. How someone handles stress, whether they're kind to others, how they manage their space, whether they maintain healthy habits. These little patterns reveal how someone might behave in a long-term partnership. I've seen women completely transform their dating lives after choosing to be honest with themselves. Some focused on their emotional health. Some worked on communication. Some adjusted their attitude from defensive to open. Some healed their past. And some reconnected with the softer side of themselves they had buried. And without fail, things changed. They met better partners, had healthier interactions, and felt more confident in dating. The world around them didn't magically change. The change happened inside them first, and the world responded. This message feels uncomfortable to some, not because it's cruel, but because it challenges a narrative that once felt comforting. Blaming external factors feels easier than facing internal ones. But growth can't happen without honesty. And this isn't about changing for a man. It's about improving your quality of life. When you grow, everything you attract changes too. Some women reach their late 30 seconds or 40 seconds and realize that the advice they followed for years didn't lead to the emotional fulfillment they wanted. They prioritized careers, independence, and personal freedom, all of which are wonderful things. But somewhere along the way, they forgot to nurture qualities that make relationships thrive: communication, patience, kindness, balance, warmth, and emotional stability. These aren't outdated ideas, they're skills that make partnerships healthy and strong. Here's the hopeful truth: none of this means you're stuck. You're not too late, too old, or too difficult. Most of what truly matters can be improved with awareness and effort. You can change your mindset, your habits, your emotional reactions, and your patterns. You can choose to grow. And when you do, love becomes more available, more possible, and more real. So here is the fear many women run from. The fear that they had the power to change their love life all along. But here's the beautiful part: if the power is yours, then so is the future. The moment you stop avoiding the truth is the moment everything begins to shift. So ask yourself honestly, is the life you want waiting on the right partner, or is it waiting on the best version of you? Because the moment you choose to grow, you don't just attract better love, you become ready to receive it. That's the truth many fear. But it's also the truth that can completely transform their lives.